So I seem to have some time on my hands, and as I said, this is the last night, which gives me some freedom to make mistakes. So I'm going to try a little something, which is dry baking. Now, a few other folks, notably Rob, want to try something, and Shug, have done a little dry baking demo, but they did them at home. Come on, guys. Anyone can do it at home. Well, maybe not. So I've tried it a few times at home and had some clear failures and some marginal successes. So I thought I'd try it out here on the trail. Wish me luck. So I have basically all my food-related gear all spread out all over creation. Good thing I have the tent platform. And I will attempt to walk you through the process here, and we'll see how it goes. It's complicated. Okay, I guess this is the place to start. I've got here in a Ziploc bag half a package of biscuit, I'm pretty sure the brand was, cheese and garlic biscuit mix. And for half the package, 2 ounces of water should be added to that, and then it needs to be kneaded up to create the dough. So that's what I'll do first. All right, well, I think that's just gonna about do it. I'm not seeing any more powders in there, and it's a good goopy constituency. So anyway, we need to squeeze that out into our smaller, there it is, our smaller pot. But before we do that, we're going to grease it. So at home, I took a couple of paper towel squares and I soaked them in oil, and in the hopes that enough will come off. My fingers feel pretty greasy. For the pan to be considered greased. There, I've got another paper towel for wiping my fingers on. And hold on a second, something else I'm going to do is put a piece of parchment in the bottom. Because that's what other people have done, so it must be the right thing to do. And then we're going to I'm going to cut a hole in the corner of the bag and squeeze all this out into the pot. Okay, this is a pretty time-consuming process. I didn't note the time when I started, but that took a while. So this is how much is left in the bag after I squeezed everything out. I cut the hole with my little teeny Swiss Army knife. And I learned you shouldn't be afraid to make the hole nice and big. The batter is pretty stiff. I'm assuming what I should do at this point is I'll use my spoon and kind of even that out. Although this could be one of those situations where the baking process would do that automatically. I'm not sure. But to play it safe, I'll spread it out. So I got most of it out of there. That still is a kind of hefty item in the trash bag, but as I said, it's the last day, and that's one of the reasons I waited until today to do that. So that mostly came out all right. One of the things I did is I also greased up the back of the spoon when I evened out the biscuit mix in there, and so the sticking to the back of the spoon was minimum. The biscuit package had a big warning on it: don't eat uncooked dough. So I've only eaten a little uncooked dough, very small amounts. Of course, one of the things that's going on here that, well, comes from lack of planning, is I've used this bowl, baking pot, on the Bush Buddy, and that was probably a stupid thing to do. So it's all sooty, and I forgot, and so now my hands are all sooty. Stupid me. So the Bush Buddy with the baking pot is probably a bad combination. Don't do it. What's next? Well, we need to get a fire going. So we will be using the Bush Buddy, but not as a wood burner, but as an alcohol burner. And so we've got a Mini Bull Designs M7 here, and we'll pop it in there, and we'll be using its simmer ring. So we should get a nice long burn there. I put as much alcohol in there as it will hold, which is about 3 ounces. So we'll get that set up. Okay, I think the Apollo mission was easier than this. So what are we going to do? We're going to take our M7 and pop it into the Bush Buddy and light it, and then drop our simmer ring in place. There you go. Okay, and then we'll put the stand on. Okay, more soot. All right, so we'll take our main cooking pot, which is also covered in soot, and we'll put it on there. And then we'll take our baking ring and drop it in the bottom. And then drop our baking dish in there. And, geez, I'm torn. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be putting the baking dish's lid on or not. And I'm guessing not, because Batch Stoves, I forget the guy's name, will sell you just the baking pot without a lid. So I'm guessing it doesn't need a lid, so we'll put the lid aside. But obviously the main pot needs a lid, so we'll put that on. Anything left around that shouldn't be? I don't think so. Okay. So, and I think, based on home trials, I want to have this go for 25 minutes. So I'll set that up and I won't make you watch. And we'll come back. So I stuck a toothpick into it a moment ago, and the results were a little inconclusive. The oops. Okay. I got one little crumb off the toothpick, but in doing this before, I've burnt the bottom a little, and I want to try to avoid doing that. So we're going to take it off the heat, and we'll come back to the stove. There. All right, and we want to dump this out. This is the top. To the koozie of the larger pan. We'll do that first. Ouch. It's hot. Ah! Well, that was bad. But, look at that. Except for that speck of dirt. If it weren't for my clumsiness, it would be perfect. So, there's just a little sticking going on, as long as that parchment paper will come out. So that's not too bad. And this is a little hard to play with at the moment. But that's pretty good for the bottom. I think that's probably just about perfect. The only question is now whether I have enough appetite to really eat it. Let's see, in the time of 10 of 6, so I should get along to cooking my actual dinner. So, dry baking on the trail. it can be done. Okay, and I probably forgot the final pièce de résistance, or whatever it is we need to look inside. Now that it's cooled enough that I can do that, and eat a little. And that's quite good. The question is it worth the effort? Ah, well, we'll try to keep that warm.